Okay, so I recently went to Manchester to try a Manchester tart, but I couldn't find one. I then went to Preston to try a Lancashire Hotpot, but I couldn't find one of those either. But I did find a Manchester tart. So I thought, why not go back to Manchester and see if I can find a Lancashire Hotpot? So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. So let's head to Manchester. Right, so made it past the barriers without any issues. Let me tell you my train times for today. So my train leaves from here in Leeds at about 9:10. And it gets into Manchester at about 10:30. My train out of Manchester is at 3. So I've got plenty of time to complete the challenge today. And I've made it on the train. I think I've got it all to myself. Check this out. An empty train. Let's head to Manchester.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service to Manchester, Victoria. The next station stop is Bramley.
And I've arrived in Manchester. Time now is about 10:30. Let's go get some Lancashire Hotpot. So looking on Google, there only seems to be one place that's recommended for a Lancashire Hotpot in Manchester. And it's a pretty famous place too, because it's owned by someone from Coronation Street, which, if you're not from the UK, is a TV show. It's also got some great reviews and the food looks good. So let's make our way there. Okay, so what is a Lancashire Hotpot? Well, it's a lamb stew with vegetables. That's then topped off with sliced potatoes and then baked. So it's a pretty hearty meal, which I think is perfect for a day like today. I think it's only about 13 degrees. Okay, and I think I've found the place that I'm looking for. It's right here. This is it. It's called Annie's. Let's head in. Right, and I've made it inside. And I've got a nice little space in the corner, although it's next to the speaker. Let's check out the menu though. So this is the menu, Annie's. We've got breakfast, restaurant menu, afternoon tea, pre-theatre. But I'm not going for any of those today, because today there's only one thing I'm going for, and that is one of the mains right there. And it's going to be Annie's Hotpot. Okay, so food ordered. And I also got myself a nice cup of tea, which comes with It's a cool little tea set. Plus, you get to use a strainer too. So let's make a nice cup of tea before the food arrives. It feels a little bit fancy to do this with a tea strainer, but I don't mind. It adds to the experience. Let's put in a nice bit of milk. Let's stir with the spoon. Let's try it out. Nice. I actually forgot to show you around. I mean, check out this place. Got nice little armchairs in this area, which I've decided to sit in. But they do also have a restaurant area with proper seats and tables, which is just around the corner. But I think this is a little more cozy, which is why I chose it. Right, so my food has arrived. Check this out. Traditional Lancashire Hotpot. Let me give you a closer look. So this is it. Check that out. So you've got the potatoes fanned across the top of a lamb stew underneath with vegetables. Then we have some red cabbage on the side in a nice little pot, and then some seasonal vegetables. But this looks like a pretty delicious meal. Let's dig in. I think I'm going to start off with the seasonal veg. You've got carrot and green beans. I'm going to go in for a carrot first. They look kind of organic with the little bit at the end. Let's give it a try. It's a nice carrot. It's soft, a little bit of a crunch, some nice buttery flavour on the outside. I think it's going to go well with the Lancashire Hotpot. But before I try that, I'm going to go in for some of the red cabbage first. Simple red cabbage. I think this is probably going to be pickled, so maybe a bit of a sour flavour. Let's try it. So this is definitely pickled cabbage. You can taste that vinegary flavour. It's soft as well, and the cabbage flavour comes through. Very nice. It's time for the Lancashire Hotpot. I don't even know how to tackle this. I think I'm just going to go straight in and cut up some of these potatoes. In fact, the sauce underneath looks delicious. So this whole hot pot is really hot. I think I'm going to start off with some of the potatoes. So have a look at that. Crispy on top. You can tell it's been baked and roasted. This should have some good flavour. Let's go for a try. Very nice. Okay, so this potato might be a bit better if I hold it up to the camera like that. So you can see thinly sliced, crispy on the edges where it's been baked. It's got a really nice baked potato flavour as well from it. The inside is soft, and you get the flavour of that amazing gravy underneath. Very, very tasty. I'm going to try out some of the lamb next. So check that out. Lovely pieces of stewed lamb in the gravy. This looks and smells delicious. You get good chunks of it. Let's just go for a bite. Okay, so that lamb is succulent. Really, really soft. Nice lamb flavour. It just flakes away and breaks apart when you chew. And that gravy is salty and meaty. A little vegetable flavour coming through as well. Really, really nice. I'm surprised how good this is actually. So for something that just seems like a simple lamb stew, this really does pack a punch. Delicious. So I have to say, I think I'm a really big fan of things that are baked in pots and things that are stewed with like a casing on top, because it just keeps in that flavour as it cooks. I mean, check that out. You've got the layers of potato, you've got the stew underneath with the lamb and different veg, and then the gravy too. And it just packs in, or it just traps in all the flavour into the stew when you bake it like this. So this is really, really delicious. So they did ask me when I was ordering if I wanted some gravy with my meal. I have to say, I don't think you need it, because the stew is gravy enough. And it's got so much flavour and moisture in there that you don't need to have gravy with it. Okay, it's time for the combo bite. So check that out. I've got everything together. You've got the carrot, you've got the lamb stew, the Lancashire Hotpot, you've got the potato in there, and then a bit of the pickled cabbage. Let's do the combo bite. Okay, so that works together really well. The pickled cabbage there just cuts through a bit of the meatiness and richness which comes from the lamb. Okay, I think one of my favourite things to do so far is to get some of the veg and just dip it straight in the stew, or the gravy of the stew. And you pick up little bits of it, and then you're going for a bite. And it's even better when you dunk a carrot in, and you get a bit of the potato, and the lamb too. What a great meal that was. If you're ever in the mood for Lancashire Hotpot, that's definitely the place to go. And you won't be disappointed. So I've got a bit of time to kill before my train out of Manchester. I'm going to go somewhere that I've been to before on a previous trip that I think is really interesting, and a place that you should definitely check out when you're here. So let's head there now. And here it is. It's the John Rylands Library, and it is a really impressive, huge building. Check that out. And it goes all the way back there. On the inside is even more impressive than the outside. Let's head in and check it out. And I've made it inside. It's free to enter, and the inside is really impressive. Check this out. It feels like an old Gothic style cathedral in here. Which way shall I go? Let's go down that way. It kind of feels like you're in Hogwarts in a Harry Potter movie. So this is a real life functioning library. It's actually part of the University of Manchester. So people can actually come in here and study, which many people are, that you can see behind. Okay, so time now is about 2:30. My train out of Manchester is at 3, or 5 to 3. So let's start heading back to the train station. Right, I've made it back to the train station. Let's go look for my train. There's been a bit of a development. I don't know if you can see there, but my train's cancelled. What do I do now? Hiya. I'll come to you. My train's cancelled.
Which one, mate?
The 14:54 to Leeds.
The northern one.
Yeah. Do you know what I can do now?
There's one at 20 past, you can catch that.
And can I use this ticket, my ticket, to get
Well, your
it?
ticket's perfectly valid on the next one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, what was the time again?
20 past.
20 past. Okay, so I don't know if you heard, but I can get on the next train. My ticket's still valid for it. And it's at 21 past 3 on platform 4. Let's head over there now. Platform 4, this way. Okay, the train has arrived. Let's get on. And then once we're back in Leeds, I'll give you a rundown of the cost I've spent today.
Welcome aboard this Northern Service to Leeds. The next station stop is Rochdale.
If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Police.
Okay, and I'm back in Leeds. Is it just me, or are trains a little rubbish? I mean, I haven't counted back, but I think every time I've done one of these challenges where I've had to get the train, it's been delayed. And today, it was cancelled. Is that acceptable? I mean, for all the people that need to get to work every day and use the train, they must be late all the time. I mean, can't we just copy the countries that get it right? I think it's Switzerland, where trains are always on time, and Japan. Why can't we just copy what they do and make the trains on time? Comment down below what you think. Is it acceptable? UK trains. Anyway, the cost of the return train ticket was £16.70. The cost of the Lancashire Hotpot and tea was £19.25, which is not too bad a spend for the day. Okay, so right now I'm going to be heading back home, doing a delay and repay. If you like the video, click on the thumbs up icon below and click on subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.